An Ethiopian diplomat has been brutally murdered in a neighboring country. Welcome to my views and news. Thanks for watching the channel. Three main news stories in this video. Firstly, as I said, an Ethiopian diplomat has been murdered. He was tortured to death. His mutilated body has been found dumped outside a city in a neighboring country. Secondly, Fano fighters killed teachers. It is being confirmed by Ethiopian Human Rights Council. And lastly, it seems that some heads could roll in Somalia, where unconfirmed reports suggest that Military Chief General Ottawa has tendered his resignation to the President Hassan Sheikh. Let's start, viewers. Let's start with the first story, which is about the death of an Ethiopian diplomat. Farah Jama is an Ethiopian diplomat. By diplomat, we mean that he was working at an Ethiopian consulate in Garowe, Puntland. Ethiopia has consulates in Puntland, Somaliland. It has its embassy in Mogadishu. If you remember, during Somalia-Ethiopia tension, Somalia ordered the closure of Ethiopian consulates in Hargeisa and Garowe, but the consulates could not be closed because Puntland and Somaliland did not comply with the instructions of the federal government of Somalia. Farah Jama had his residence in Lassanud, or he was living in Lassanud. Lassanud is in SSC Khatomo control area, contested by both SSC Khatomo and Somaliland. 3 years ago, Somaliland forces and SSC Khatomo fighters fought in Lassanud, Sul region. Somaliland forces suffered a defeat. Soldiers, dozens of them, were killed and captured. Somaliland forces withdrew from Lassanud. Since then, SSC Khatomo has been in control of the area, and we saw that last week, the start of this week rather, Hamza Dibare, Somalia's prime minister, visited Lassanud. And after that, the federal government of Somalia announced that Sul region is now part of the country, part of Somalia. Somaliland, angered by Hamza Dibare's visit, announced to cut off all engagements with Somalia. Farah Jama was killed in Lassanud. He was abducted from his residence. He was tortured. His dead body, mutilated dead body, was found in the outskirts of Lassanud city, reportedly. Now, questions are being asked, fingers are being pointed. Who killed Farah Jama? SSC Khatomo is in control of the area. Did SSC Khatomo fighters kill him? Or is the killing result of some personal animosity? Or did some other group kill Farah Jama and it is trying to blame it on SSC Khatomo? It's not clear. I think investigation can reveal the facts behind the brutal murder of Farah Jama. His death confirmed. Let's see what investigation concludes about the death of Farah Jama. Secondly, viewers, Fano fighters killed teachers in Amhara region, 5 teachers were killed. It is being reported by Ethiopian Human Rights Council. Ethiopian Human Rights Council is not under Ethiopian government. It is not against Fano. Based on the inquiry, the investigation conducted by Ethiopian Human Rights Council last month in March, a Fano fighters killed 5 teachers in North Gujum zone of the Amhara region. The teachers were working at Colonel Tadase Molone School and Alfaya High School. Why were they killed? Well, I did a video on that, if you remember, when teachers were killed in Gujam. So report confirmed, my report confirmed by Ethiopian Human Rights Council. The teachers were killed because they tried to restart educational activities at schools. Fano fighters warned them against starting educational activities, uh, and teachers did not listen. Fano fighters killed them. Now, if teachers don't teach, they won't get salaries. It makes sense. If there is no teaching activity in entire Gojam, why would government pay teachers? Government won't pay salaries to teachers. Resumption of educational activities is in the interests of teachers and the families of the teachers. How will this survive? That is why they want resumption of educational activities. But Fano fighters want to show to the world that they are the government in Amhara region, and they're using schools too, by the way, for their activities, for their meetings, as basis to they're using schools. That is why they don't want any educational activity in the areas controlled by them. And their activities are hurting economic activities too. Once economic, educational activities are disrupted in a society, it means the society is collapsing. People are suffering. Last year, Somalia, I did a video a few hours ago. I told you about rapid developments in Somalia where Al Shabaab is trying to march towards Mogadishu. It seems Hassan Sheikh government is trying to scapegoat some top generals, top military officers for the advance of Al Shabaab towards Mogadishu. General Odwa, head of Somalia's military, has tendered his resignation to Hassan Sheikh. Will Hassan Sheikh, the president, accept the resignation and appoint a new man in his place? Or will he ask him to continue the work? That remains to be seen. But pressure was there on General Odwa because of the advance and territorial gains made by Al Shabaab fighters. That's why he said that he was ready to resign. Reported Turkish soldiers have arrived in Mogadishu. There are fears that Al Shabaab could make a massive push towards Mogadishu. That is why Turkey has a military base in Somalia. But Turkish soldiers arrived to protect Hassan Sheikh government and the key installations in Mogadishu reportedly. Coming hours crucial, we could see some big decisions. Villa Somalia has been holding key discussions since Saturday, trying to make some big decisions to counter Al Shabaab. By the way, this new offensive by Al Shabaab against Hassan Sheikh government could be used by Hassan Sheikh government to postpone elections. Hassan Sheikh could ask for extension of his term because of deteriorating security situation. He has a year in office, by the way, remaining. Let's see, will he try to crush Al Shabaab or will he just dilly dally about it and hope that he will get an extension because of the security situation? Let's see. Thanks for watching.